Megan Good is a very, very beautiful black woman. At 43 years old, she is still stunningly beautiful. We remember she got married at about 31 to Devon Franklin. It didn't work out. The marriage didn't work out. She ultimately ended up getting divorced. But she's been in, a lot of movies. She burst onto the scene in 1995 with her role in Friday. She's been in Deliver Us from Eva, Biker Boys. I can go on and on and on. You Got Served, Miles from Home, Stomp the Yard, Roll Bounce. I'm talking about a lot of different movies, right? But now, she's in controversy because we all know about Johnathan Majors. We understand the situation that Johnathan Majors had when he was with that W woman, Grace Jabari. We all seen the video of him running away from her and her saying he allegedly choked her and threw her up against the car, smacked her around. And a bunch of women came out and said he had a history of beating on women. But we already know the playbook when it comes to men, especially black men. When you got a problem with Hollywood, all of a sudden, all of these women come out with all these allegations. Like, that's just the playbook that you can't beat or get away from, right? Well, while he was going through his turmoil and being ridiculed in the media, to the rescue was Meagan Good. Meagan Good came to help him, redo his career, redo his image. A lot of people said that it was phony, it was fake, but they've been together for a long time now. And we saw him on a talk show crying. He's been telling his story about the things that happened to him. But a lot of women ain't buying it. They've been really going after Meagan Good, right? So bad. Check this out.
At what point is somebody going to step in and be like, okay, eyebrows, what do we have going on actually, eyebrows? Like, are you okay, eyebrows? In a newly unheard audio, Johnathan Majors has admitted to strangling his ex-girlfriend, okay? My thing is, and walk with me for a second, a zebra never changes its stripes. It may be outside with a giraffe doing giraffe-like things. It may frolic with an elephant and do things that look reminiscent of an elephant, but at the end of the day, it's gonna always be a zebra. I say all of that to say this. There are some situations where you're not supposed to sit around and see if the person has actually changed. There are some situations where you're not supposed to sit around and be like, me, I'll go first, volunteer me to see if the therapy worked for him. There are some situations where you're supposed to be like, oh, that's a red flag, and run the other way. Which brings us back to eyebrows. Why do you want to sit around and see if it was actually her in the relationship? Why do you want to sit around and see again if the therapy worked? Why was the public court case that we all saw not enough? And then you're there, you got a ring on the finger, so assumably you know more than us, and it's like, why are you sitting there, girl? Eyebrows, wake up. Eyebrows, like, I aggressed you. To which the ex-girlfriend says, you strangled me and pushed me against the car. To which Johnathan Majors then replies, yes, all of those things are under arrest. That's who you want to stick beside, Megan? Like, eyebrows, is you cool, or did you think we was stupid? Did you think that you was going to go on your little press tour and show off your ring, and then we wasn't going to say much about this? Your man is outside choking ex-girlfriends and admitting to it on audio.
So much for black girl solidarity. Look how this woman come on here and just disrespect another black woman, right? Because she's doing something that she disapprove of, right? A lot of you black women out there are the biggest hypocrites I ever seen in my life. Some of y'all are worse than the W woman. Like, for you to come on there and disrespect Meagan Good like that because of allegations from the man that she has that was messing with a W woman, then you might as well be over there with them. But then you have other people that's on the other side. Check this out.
Johnathan Majors just done when it comes to the black community, because who better to attack us than us, right? Who better to hold us accountable than us, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to continuously hold this man accountable until he just falls off the damn planet. Because at this point, we're bringing up shit that happened a year or two ago. Like, why are we still bringing this shit up as if it's brand new news? Because an audio, and we know how I work, because an audio came out where supposedly, allegedly, Johnathan is saying that he aggressed somebody. Who the like that? But maybe Johnathan, because he's Shakespearean and shit. So he aggressed somebody, and the girl talking about, oh well, you strangled me. This is it. Like, first, ask the right question. Why was this shit being recorded?
So then you have black women that you can clearly see are not part of our community. They clearly on the other side. They're going online, and you can tell that definitely anti-black man. A lot of these women get online and they start talking like Becky's and Kim Kardashians, knowing damn well they don't talk like this when they're in the house with their family or at the barbecue. It's just so fake and phony. A lot of you women out there want to be W women so bad, but you always talk about cultural appropriation. Now, I'm a hardcore pro-black. I stand up for my people. I stand up for my black women. I stand up for my brothers. But black women like this, I can't stand. Check this out.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but not every black man that is accused of abuse of any kind by a white woman is a victim of white woman tears. Johnathan Majors was charged, I believe, last year for attacking his girlfriend at the time, and she happened to be a white woman. And immediately people were rallying behind him and saying, like, it's just a white woman trying to bring a black man down and whatever. And that's not to say that doesn't happen, but the way that people were trying to frame him as if he was Emmett Till. He got some Perseverance Award. He got this cover story for The Hollywood Reporter where they were talking about his life after dealing with that as if he was a victim of something. He was convicted. There was evidence, and now there's even an audio where he's admitting to.
So let's listen to the audio, that this alleged audio that came out. It's funny how it come out now when he's being put back on the Hollywood scene and got some movies coming, right? Listen to this audio.
I'm ashamed. I never wrestled with a woman before. Man, it's just I've never aggressed you. Like,
You strangled me and pushed me against the car.
All those things are under aggressed.
Yeah.
Number one, with AI and altered voices, ain't no telling. I don't trust nothing. One thing I know about men, whenever they want to come after men, you notice the playbook is all the same. You get all of these women come out of the woodwork and say that they did something to them 18,000 years ago. That's just the playbook that no man can beat or get from under. That way they get you out of there. So now they pull up this audio. They had this audio all this time. Wow, all of a sudden it just come down. Who do you think you fooling? Who do you think you talking to? And I'm going to tell you, black men, be wary of black women that's like that. Get away from her, them bed wenches. Get away from them. I guarantee you she don't date black men. And she wants to be a Kardashian real bad in the way that she talk. We don't talk like that. Get out of here with that. Miss me with that, man. And then you get online and you sitting there talking, defending that W woman like that, right? Now let's look at Meagan Good. She's talking about why her marriage with Devon Franklin failed. Check this out.
Going through the divorce, that shook me to my core. I was just like, but Lord, you asked me to be celibate, and I was. You know, you told me who to marry. I married that person. I try to do everything to the best of my ability, and no, I didn't do everything perfect, but I don't know that I could have done anything different, if I'm being honest.
Let me say this. Relationships in the black community are very fractured. And I often tell you guys, do not follow these athletes, these entertainers, all these people you see on TV, the radio, their idea of what relationships are. Please don't. Megan's a very, 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 very stunning, beautiful, beautiful woman. Any black man would chase her down the block. You know, the boat race them cheeks. I get it, right? I get it. But just because you can boat race the cheeks don't mean that you are a professional and being in a relationship. Don't mean that you understand what it takes to actually be in a relationship. And in our communities, most of our women are not raised to be wives, and most of our men are not raised to be husbands. Hell, in these generations, we're not even raised to actually like each other or want to be with each other, right? You have a large percent of the population that run away from each other. They run over to other communities because they deem it better. So you see Johnathan Majors, he was over there with the W women. When things went wrong, that whole community turned on him. He became a pariah. You know, he lost all of his movie roles. He lost everything, right? The W woman started crying tears. She said that this big black man with muscles put his hands on me. And guess what? When she said that, even black women turned on him. Everybody turned on him. Because one thing about black people, we love we so traumatized. We love to pile on each other. We love to tear each other down, especially if the W people tell us to do it. Yo, tear each other down. They promote us in the media. We destroy each other. Then you get the Meagan Good. Meagan Good married the pastor, Devon Franklin. It didn't work out. When things went bad, black women called Devon Franklin LGBTQ. They made all kinds of names about him. They wasn't in that relationship. They don't know anything about what went on in the ins and outs of Devon Franklin and Meagan Good's marriage. They don't know. But for all they cared about, Meagan Good was perfect, and that black man did everything wrong. right? Right? So she goes on Shannon Sharp and she said that she was celibate. She said that she thought that she did everything right. But again, I don't care if you're a pastor. I don't care if you're a beautiful black woman. That don't mean that you're trained in the art of relationships and marriage. A lot of us learn on the fly. We make a lot of mistakes wrong. A lot of black boys don't even know who their grandfathers are, let alone legacy, to even understand what it takes to live in a long-term marriage, sacrifice, and commitment. They're not raised up to meet the expectations that a community will have in them. I'm going to say it again. Most black boys are not raised up from a child to reach the expectations that a community or a woman will have in him. They're not raised up with those skills because they're not raised up by masculine men that's been successful in doing so. And most black women are not raised to be wives. They're raised to be single mothers in our communities, unfortunately. They're not raised to be wives and understand what it takes to actually be a wife in a long-term relationship. So you see a lot of women come on here and men, everybody got their opinion on Meagan Good and Johnathan Majors on what they think their relationship should be. But then when you take inventory and look into their lives, they ain't in successful marriages. They don't have the first clue. A lot of these women are single moms and everything is the man's fault. Everything, even their decisions, right? Then these dads, they got a bunch of children and they're not in the house with none of these children, and everything is the woman's fault. There's no accountability in the black community, but everybody got their voice, their mouth on Meagan Good, right? And Johnathan Majors on what they think that they should be. Nah, man, listen, I ain't worrying about that W woman, man. Whatever it is that they trying to do, if they trying to work it out, support them, pray for them, love on them, but stop going against your people all the time, man. Like, we can't wait to go against each other. We can't wait to tear each other down. Like, it's sad. It's a sad thing, man. And the whole world watches us do it. And then we wonder why nobody takes us serious. We wonder why nobody takes us serious. Well, I'm going to cut the video short here, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button. Leave your comments in the comment section. Subscribe to Street Media TV. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.